Good afternoon. This is Tom Alexander. It is Sunday, December 8th. It is about 2 p.m. Eastern Time in beautiful Charleston, South Carolina. This is the weekend update that I do every single weekend. Uh, if you like material you see, please subscribe, please like the video, etc. It helps with the algorithm as I try to grow the channel. I do this every single week. If you're getting this for the first time, if you've stumbled upon this from YouTube or perusing around, you can go to my website, www.alexandertrading.com. You can see previous weekend updates. It's free. If you want to get on my free list, I don't sell my list, by the way. Shoot me an email, tom@alexandertrading.com. And when I send something out, you will get it. Okay, let's talk about this market. Now we're coming into the last few weeks of the year. We're in a market. We're going to look at some charts in a minute. But we're in a market that is the momentum is pretty historic. We're seeing all the indices, the advanced decline line, everything making new all-time highs. However, there are some concerns here shorter term. I don't think that any top that occurs in here is going to be the final top. I'm seeing an awful lot of things from various sources on X and social media calling for, a very significant top. That's not what I do. I am a trader. My time frame is a few days to a few weeks. Okay, so if you're looking for someone to give you advice over what's going to happen in the next 5 years, this is probably not for you. Now, shorter term, I the trend is definitively higher in all degrees of time down to a 5 minute chart. Uh, However, again, there are some, especially short term here, there are some issues that we need to be paying attention to because we could have a short term top here come in at any time. What's a short term top? Something of a top that results in a 1% or greater retracement. So let's take a look at the charts here, go through a little bit of technical information, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So we'll start with the SPX, S&P 500 cash. And this is for perspective. Over here, we're up 27 plus percent from the December close last year. That's an extraordinary year. We are up quite a bit off this mid-November low. Now we had this brief pivot to the downside, and anytime we have a 3 or 4% rally, people come out of the woodwork. Oh, we're overbought. Blah 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 blah. So I put this on here. This is the current rally. We're up a little over 4%. Well, here are the rallies that have occurred uh, since the beginning of the year. 12.5%, almost 8%, 9%, 10.5%, almost 7%. 5.5%. So the current rally off of this low that occurred mid-November, it's up 4%. Okay. Here are the projections from these other rallies. Now, there's nothing magical about this. This just is what it is, but it puts the overbought thing that you constantly hear anytime the market rallies 1%, it's overbought. I don't know why that is. Nothing has changed in the 40 years I've been trading. The market's always overbought. Oh, the market rallied 3 days. It's overbought. Well, uh, compared to what? There's really no such thing as overbought. So currently we're up 4.23%. Now, again, that's not to say I don't have some concerns here, but I'm just saying right now, this latest rally is no great shakes. All right, let's look at the other indices. And by the way, if you go to the website, alexandertrading.com, click on weekend reports, you can download a PDF that has all these charts and all these levels in it if you want to print them out. If there's a PDF, there's also this video. There's also previous PDFs and previous videos from weekend updates that I've done prior to this one. All right, well, let's look at the NDX. NDX is up about 6.5%. But again, you can see over here, rallies this year have been, this is on the milder side of rallies prior to some sort of retracement. Okay, let's take a look at the Dow. Now, this is where things begin to get interesting. We have the SPX, the NDX leading the way with the Dow lagging. So that's a divergence. And if we go to the Russell over here, the Russell is also diverging. Now, this is a weekly chart, and you see we double topped against the all-time high in the Russell, could not get through it. Last week was down. So that's the divergence. Also, the New York Composite, and it had really been leading for a while. It's diverging dramatically. So we do have these divergences among and between the indices. This is something that you will almost always see at significant pivot highs and lows for that matter, significant pivot highs and lows in the indices. Now, that you also get a lot of false signals, but that condition has been met for paying attention to what's going on from now till the end of December. Now, this is typically a seasonally positive time of year, but I trade price action. I'm not, if something is seasonally bullish or seasonally bearish, something has to happen price wise to confirm that or invalidate that. Now let's go to, I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. This is 30-minute charts. This is the primary chart that I use in my trading in all time frames, whether I'm trading intraday or whether I'm swing trading. This is a 30-minute chart. So the trend is higher on this chart, clearly making higher highs and higher lows. Even shorter term than that, higher highs and higher lows. So until one of these higher lows is broken, the trend is up. Now, breadth has been interesting too, and I'm going to talk about that in just a minute. I'll show you a different view of that. But breadth has been in an extremely narrow range, hovering around into the negative, higher end of negative territory. This is due to break one way or the other very, very soon. All right, let's look at the bigger term picture of breadth. I'll go over here first. We'll come back to volatility. This is the 10-day moving average of NYSE advancing issues, the red. The green is a 5-day. The blue histogram is closing breadth. We have higher highs and higher lows, and each successive higher high off the rally that began in August has been met with a lower high in the 10-day moving average of advancing issues. Now, this can go on for a long time. It is not rote tradable information, but it is just another thing that gives me some concern in here. And I'm leery about pressing the long side of this market with this market in here. Now, I think next week we're going to see a resolution. You're going to see a large expansion in breadth and another surge in price, or we're going to get some sort of a retracement that could give us additional information about the potential for the indices into the end of the year. Now, the other thing that I'm keeping an eye on, obviously, is VIX. VIX has been dropping. That is bullish for the market. So that's where we are as we head into next week. I hope you guys have found this useful. Again, please like and subscribe. I'll speak with you again soon.